Hey there, this is another video based on BioHazard, except this is based on the BioHazard software collection that I own. Hopefully this will prove to be much better than the pitiful and desperate BioHazard figure collection that I put up a while ago, so hopefully you guys enjoy this one a lot more. So there's actually a various amount of different types of material that's going to cover, so I might have to split this into two parts, so let's just get this started so we don't waste any time. This is the original BioHazard release from Japan right there. It's still sealed because I still played the original BioHazard Director's Cut on the PSP and PS3 console. It's available at the PlayStation Network, but this is definitely where it all started. I already covered this game, this version of BioHazard in my Sega Saturn collection. Again, it's very nice. Graphically, it might not be as appealing, but it does have its own unique modes, and I think that's worth a purchase. And just for the hell of it, I'm just going to include Silent Hill, since we're basically covering a survivor horror genre, and Silent Hill seems to be inspired by BioHazard's success, so... And I don't really have I don't have a Silent Hill collection outside of this game, so I felt it deserved a spot somewhere in this video, so there it is, props to Konami. And then here we have BioHazard 2 Value Plus. This was released for the Dreamcast, obviously, you could tell from the logo. What made this pretty special is that it's based on the PC port of BioHazard 2, so it had the extreme battle modes, almost everything unlocked from the get-go. And one of the major selling points for the import version of this game at the time was BioHazard Trial Edition of Code Veronica right there. And it wasn't mainly because it wasn't only because of the demo itself, but also this GD-ROM contained arranged tracks from various other BioHazard original soundtracks, orchestral versions, arranged versions, any other type of weird variation to a standard BioHazard game theme was included in this disc, so this is a nice mix and definitely worth a look at for a purchase. If you're still on Dreamcast, definitely buy it. And right after BioHazard 2, we go to BioHazard 3 Last Escape for the PlayStation. Now, I know you're noticing, you're probably just saying, oh, you just went from BioHazard to BioHazard on the Saturn, then you're jumping to BioHazard 3. It's more about continuity in the series rather than just focusing on one console and the lineup of releases for that particular console. So after BioHazard 3, there's the BioHazard 3 for the Dreamcast. And this is the same case for BioHazard 2 Value Plus. If you have a VGA connector and a CRT monitor, you hook it up, you play the game through there. It's basically, you could say it's a modern equivalent of high definition television. The graphics are great. And the same case with BioHazard 2 Value Plus. Almost all the weapons extra modes are already unlocked from the get-go. You could go straight into Mercenaries. Jill doesn't have to get a key to unlock the boutique shop to get her extra costumes. She could go straight ahead and do it right from the start of the game. No fuss. And here we move on to BioHazard Code Veronica. This was a pretty big thing at the time. It was a Dreamcast exclusive at the time. Graphics were excellent compared to anything we've been seeing on the PlayStation running during that era. My only minor complaint about it was that I pre-ordered the game months in advance from a website that is now out of business, and I can understand why, and I pre-ordered a limited edition with the limited edition slipcase, and they gave me a standard version, but what the hell, that's trivial. Let's go to the BioHazard games for the Gamecube. BioHazard 0, Rebecca Chambers and Billy Cohen. It's just a shame that this game received pretty much poor reception everywhere, but I feel that it was an excellent game that took advantage of the GameCube's hardware capabilities and maintained some of the classic BioHazard gameplay, in addition to adding something new to the gameplay engine. this is pretty much self-explanatory to most importers if you don't recognize it. This is a Resident Evil remake, the BioHazard remake. Excellent in all respects. It's a Gamecube exclusive. So we definitely appreciate that. And another game that I don't even need to explain in the least. You see it right there. This just happens to be the limited edition release of BioHazard 4 for the GameCube that included a DVD, basic making of DVD. And it's great to see the transition of how the early concepts actually evolved into the current game that many gamers love today. And then the game could have went down several different paths, and Shinji Mikami felt that he could do whatever was best for the series, but they were so different, you could just appreciate them all. This is a BioHazard 4 demo that was included in this, let's go up here, BioHazard double feature. This was actually a unique package. This is still sealed. This was released to hype up the anticipation before BioHazard 4 was released on the GameCube, when it was still announced just as an exclusive right there. So BioHazard double feature, Nintendo GameCube. Okay, and since we covered BioHazard 4, might as well scroll down to BioHazard 5 for the PlayStation 3. Alright, and that's the console I own. I don't have a 360, but this is it. And I did something rare. I got a little inspiration from Toy Virus, from what he did with his Ryu Pop Culture Shock collectible, and I decided to open up the BioHazard limited edition package. It was previously sealed. I intended just to keep it sealed outside of just using the game. But I figured, what the hell, you people might as well see the contents that are inside to see if it's worth a purchase if you're interested. So here it is. Here's a BSAA waist pouch. It's still sealed. This is the one that Chris Redfield wears around his waist in the game. Okay, and this happens to be the container that it came in. And within the limited edition box package itself is just directly split in half between BSAA and Tricell. And here we are going to the Tricell extra edition. It has like it's a keychain with a heavy metal cage. I don't even know how to describe it, but basically it just contains the Ouroboros virus from the game. So I was tempted to open it, but I feel I might not be worthy. It might turn into something like Irving or something worse. So don't want to get that. But this is just to give you an idea. This was the cover of the Tricell case right there. And that's a slipcover actually for the game itself. Tricell slipcover, Tricell Africa. And they also went so far as to include a wallet. Let's see if you could see this a little bit clearly. There you go, their Tricell logo emblazoned on the wallet, in case you ever wanted to work for Wesker and his cronies. And it's also emblazoned with the BioHazard 5 logo. So that's pretty cool as a collectible. Okay, and just going to jump over here to BioHazard and Umbrella Chronicles. This is the version that includes the Wii Zapper, even though I don't use the Wii Zapper. So there it is, right there. And this is the BioHazard Umbrella Chronicles, The Art of Arts. So this is a very fine art book. I usually for the Rebecca Chambers, again, they're putting a big focus on her. This one was simply excellent. And seeing how I'm like running out of time, I think I'm going to have to split this into 2 parts, so stay tuned for part 2.